G-SHOCK MRG カシオ。The brightness called brilliant, blinding and vivid. Valentine.
雨の日の運転って心配ですよね。いざという時によりちゃんと止まれるタイヤといえば横浜タイヤでしょ。
晴れの日の約4倍も事故が多い雨の運転。横浜タイヤならより安心。
タイヤは雨で選ぼう。横浜タイヤ。
追い求めれば求めるほど遠ざかる時もある。でも理想に追いつけるのは自分だけだ。池江璃花子は横浜ゴムと世界に挑戦する。限界はない。行くぞ横浜。
究極の静かさと安全性。オンロード、オフロード、世界中で活躍するケンダ。その信頼を支える静音性、安定性と対摩耗性。世界が認めた技術と信頼を街乗りである。高品質と納得の価格、タイヤのポテンシャルをあなたに。ケンダ。
Lubricant. Mortis.
What's up, guys? It's Frederick Ospo, and I use RSR suspension on all my drift cars. I love RSR. Iyo RSR Ichiban.
Made in Japan. Breed.
In a world of extremes, this is where they're refined. The real deal. Cusco.
伝統と革新、小倉クラッチのテクノロジーを凝縮。チャンピオンを取るためのクラッチ。小倉レーシングクラッチ。ORC。
From an early age, we race. It's part of who we are. It's in our DNA. For some, the need to keep pushing fuels our lives. At VP Racing, we pour everything we have into creating the industry's best products. For those who put it all on the line, whether it's the track or the trail or wherever you race, they say you can't win them all, but you can sure as hell try. VP Racing. Win every race.
Good morning. Welcome back.
As you can see, there's clouds in the skies, but it is currently not raining. The track crew is putting down paint on the track, so that means that there is tire smoke, there is some grip.
And G-Shock presents Formula Drift Japan 2025, Round 3, Ebisu Circuit, West Course. Yeah, like Langston was saying, they're out painting the lines now, which means that they're putting down rubber, which means that it's dry.
It's not fully dry. There's still some patchy spots inside of each of the zones, but that's just because the drivers are not getting all the way to the very back half of it, so they're still trying to push out some of that water.
And our Japanese MCs and judges for today are Kutsu, Judge Imamura, Judge Fukada, and Judge Yamanaka. Hashtag FDJ. Myself, Josh Singletary, and
I'm Langston, and we'll be with y'all through the whole day.
Yeah. Going from top 32 until break, and then we'll do 16 to finals.
Yep. Yeah, you can see them on track right now. Again, painting. So they are laying some rubber down. So it should be a good show for everybody.
Yeah, Jake and Daigo on the left side of the bracket, so I think that they will be the fifth battle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, overall we got a lot of really good battles, especially for it to be a top 32.
Yeah, it's going to be one interesting day. Hiroa coming off of 2 wins. The last round of FDJ and the last round of FDUS. Probably feeling really good and excited to get out here and throw some laps down, so we'll see how he can do.
Yeah, he was killing it. Yeah, the only concern that some of the drivers have is there's a couple spots that are wet. On the run up to zone 1, there's a couple wet spots, so if you hit those as you're initiating or switching back, it's not going to be fun. Yeah, you can definitely see from the overhead view that there's patches. But here's our number 1 qualifying run from yesterday, Ken Gushi.
Does an excellent job getting through all the zones, getting deep into all the zones. He even touches the wall right there.
Yeah, yesterday was going to be a lot slower than today. Yeah, today
今日は、
it's not
最終
raining.
日決勝日ということで、あいにくの天候なんですけど、昨日の予選の様子だと車の方もかなりバッチリなコンディションなので、今日は楽しみながら勝ち上がっていきたいと思います。はい。
And just watching Ken knock out some practice laps today in the chase and in the lead. Oh, dude, it's going to be a very tough competition.
Oh, for sure. There was some people into the walls because of how wet it was from outer zone 2. They cleared that up. Hopefully the cars get back out.
Yeah, and here's you can see the patches over the course today. But yes, that was Ken Gushi's top qualifying run from yesterday. But yeah, you can definitely see that there are dry, like the main lines are dry, but it's whenever you deviate from the main line.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, unfortunately, Samet qualified at 33, so just missed out on the top 32.
have a lot more fans out today now that it's not raining.
Yeah, today's weather already starting off much, much nicer.
It shows 23 degrees Celsius. It is 69 degrees Fahrenheit.
I don't know if those numbers match up.
I don't think so, but real temperature in my phone.
Yeah. The forecast and real temp. Yeah.
Nobody has did their laps yet. They did some practice earlier. The first set of drivers, Kengushi and Mike Nakamura, are getting ready. They'll start heading to the burnout box here soon to start off the top 32.
Yeah, the sun peeks out every once in a while, and there's a nice breeze to help try and clear off the track. The only concerns are if drivers are dirt dropping before zone 1.
Yeah, there's a big puddle.
And every time they dirt drop, all that mud, all that water goes right onto the track.
And it's right at that 3-2-1 cones. And there's a little wet spot right there from everybody dirt dropping, knocking it on track. But it should not affect much.
Oh, Yamashita talking with the fans and the kids. And you can see Kengushi in the back getting ready. They're gonna, because of the oil slick, they postponed the runs until 10 p.m. or 10 a.m. our time.
I would hope not p.m.
So that's another 12 minutes or so.
Yeah, somebody during practice, I didn't catch who it was, started leaking some oil around track. They're just cleaning it up. So if you see some white chalky spots around outer zone 3, that's what that is.
And you can just see all the tires that they have to have staged.
Yeah. I got Mr. Daniel with his S15. Is that Kimbo?
Yeah, it's Kimbo. So Kimbo is one of the drivers at our local track. They come down whenever it's at Ebisu because we're a 3-4 hour drive.
Yeah. Coming to support, I would assume Masanori with Team Orange.
Yeah. Oh, and Mr. Daniel.
Yeah, Mr. Daniel.
But I mean, there's fans that come all the way from Hokkaido, Hiroshima, Kyushu, all over the place. Not to mention, we have Luca here, Italy.
Yeah. I think this is probably the most fans I've seen. But this is also the first time that it's supposed to be dry all day.
Yeah.
So I think Ebisu is kind of the most iconic track, and everybody loves coming.
So the oil is not quite in outer zone 3, but it's, I don't know. It depends on the line they take. If they take a deep line, then they should be fine. If they take a shallow line, their front tires might clip it.
Yeah, I don't see it affecting too much.
Yeah.
I can see in outer zone 2 though that there is still some water pretty much all the way through because everybody was trying to stay away from the wall, so they weren't pushing that water out. So the front half of it, right where the line is going to be real dry. They're going to have a difficult time if they go a little bit too far.
Oh, Fausto's family in the pits.
Got Jake Jones. TMS guys all out.
Now my question is, everybody being set up for the rain, do you think they all went back to the pits making some last minute changes because it looks like it's going to be dry?
I think they will. It's gonna be definitely really tough to judge it, especially these first few runs. Once 3 or 4 runs get in, the teams will see.
In our series rankings, at round 1 and round 2, we have Ken Gushi, Hiroya Minoa, and Takahashi from the first round at Fuji. And round 2 at Suzuka, we have Minoa, Takahashi, and Yamashita. In the top 5, we have in first place Hiroya Minoa with 188 points, and second Kazumi Takahashi with 157, with 1 point behind him. Third place Ken Gushi at 156. Fourth place Koichi Yamashita at 135, and at fifth place Masanori Kohashi with 118.
Yeah, everything can change after this round too.
The craziest thing, between second and third, 1 point difference.
Yeah.
I mean, that's about as close as you can get. The only thing closer is a tie, yeah?
Yeah, you're not wrong. So again, anything can happen through the ranking system today. Everybody's real close together, so.
They're saying welcome with power.
That's really aggressive. I like it. They're excited for today. Hoping for some good results.
Imagine walking into a convenience store or something with them saying Iterushai like that.
Well, I know we were talking to Takahashi, and he was saying that he wanted to see his whole entire teammate.
The whole team?
Yeah.
In the top 4?
Yeah, in the top 4.
Let's see, can they... So, Yamashita is in the lower left bracket. Takahashi's in the top right, so we could definitely have a TMS finals. But it doesn't look like they can have 3 of the 4 in the top.
I think they can get the grade 8 though.
I know Jared Zu is he's using TMS this year, so so that's 3 of the 4. Yeah, the fans are out there or talking to them earlier today. They're glad that it is not raining. It's quite a bit warmer today, so a lot more t-shirts out.
Yeah.
But at the same time, no sun is really nice too. I tell you, when the sun comes out, it's killer here.
Yeah, I think I seen the high of 81.
Oh, nice.
So it shouldn't be too bad today. It's just gonna be humidity is what's gonna happen. Is what's gonna hurt everybody.
Yeah, that's one thing that never lets up here. So you guys have any early predictions on who's going to win or who's going to be in the final 4 here?
I think a killer final battle would be Masanori and Hiro.
Oh, nice. It's crazy how Team Cusco is going to be winning the first battle between Kusaba and Minoa.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, one of my teammates is getting knocked out today.
Fasto does have a good chance. This is his home track. Doesn't mean he gets to run this layout whenever he wants, but he does. There is something about having confidence at being at your home track. Same thing with Ruma. Jake.
Yeah, definitely there could be another Hero versus Ken rematch.
Yeah. Oh, that's for sure, too.
They're on the opposite sides of the bracket again. It'd be crazy with most of them ended up being Hero versus Ken.
Mile does definitely have a good chance of going a long distance. He was having some issues, just like all the drivers when during practice today, just trying to reach all the way through outer zone 1 because the straight was gripping up and the zone was still wet, so they weren't able to make it out. But once they got into the zone, they were doing a good job for the rest of the course.
Yeah, definitely. In the first 3 middle parts of practice, the straight was drying out much faster than zone 1. So people were just, I don't know if it was intentional, but they were just missing zone 1 completely, which also prevented zone 1 from drying out. But zone 2 dried out really fast. But yeah, there is a lot of fog in the background, but I don't think that'll affect anything other than keeping the temperatures a little on the cooler side.
Yeah.
And the humidity up, but also the sun at bay.
Yep. I do see some cars heading to the burnout box, so we should be starting very shortly.
Yeah, there we go. Ken and Mike in the burnout boxes. Mikey did have a little bit of an incident with the wall during practice today, but everything seems to be fine. I expect a good show. G-Shock presents Formula Drift Japan 2025. Round 3, Ebisu Circuit West Course, top 32. And our first battle is car number 21. Ken Gushi in the lead with Team Kazama, and in the chase, car number 13. Mikey Nakamura with Mikey Racing.
Yeah, Mikey likes a lot of angle. Kenguchi likes a lot of speed, so we'll see how they fare out. Kenguchi does a big flick coming around, and Mikey does a good job staying right there with a lot of angle. Try! It just washes out. Kenguchi will finish his lead run. Mikey trying to catch up, but unfortunately that will cost him a 0 in the chase position.
Ken comes in nice, deep, but you can see we're still wet right there. And I think just that little bit of water caused Mike's rear end to fade out. But you can definitely see the track is drying up nicely. Yeah, so it was a combination of Mikey being super aggressive, and it looked like he might have hit a little bit of water right at the 3-2-1 corner.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, there's definitely just a patch of water just from people going off the track and splashes onto the track. So, very unfortunate.
Now they're coming back to switch positions with Mikey Nakamura in the lead and Ken Gushi in the chase. Yeah, that dirt spot is just mud. It's a combination of dirt and water.
Yeah, it's pretty deep now too. Mikey coming in with aggressive flick, and then Ken staying right there on them as they coming around, make their way to outer zone 1, looking for outer zone 2. Ken Gucci is just diving in, having to surge. Does a good job just keeping his distance, being nice and conservative as they make their way to outer zone 3.
Yeah, you can see Mikey hit right where the water is right there too. But overall, really nice lead. And Ken's just right there the whole time. Beautiful, nice and deep in zone 2. Switch back into the inner clip. Ken playing it safe, keeping a little bit of distance. But overall, right there, nice proximity to the entire road. And this drone footage just shows you how close they get to both the wall and each other. Yeah, that was a great lead.
He did a good job putting his car back together to make it look like one piece after that crash.
Judge Imamura goes Gushi. Judge Fukada, Gushi. Judge Yamanaka goes Ken Gushi. And up next we have car number 4, Masaru Kohashi in the lead with Team Orange, and car number 61, Mao Yamanaka in the chase.
Two 890, yeah, got two 890 Supers going at it. As Masanori does a good job trying to get all the way through outer zone 1, but Mayo Dude staying right there with them as they make their way to outer zone 2. He's just surging on them and staying right there on his door, trying not to touch him, but does a good job just staying right there. Gets even closer to that touch and go, as it just gives him enough room for that inside clip, and then falls just a little bit back at the outer zone 3.
Dude, I love seeing these guys battle. It's always going to be a great one. Masanori hit zone 1, riding all the way through. Nice and deep through zone 2. The Mile just right on his door. Touch and go nicely. Switch back to inner clip. Mile surges up for zone 3. And I'll tell you what, when they switch positions in the lead and chase, that's when it's going.
Yeah.
Because you know Mustard is going to come hard because Mal came hard.
Exactly.
Beautiful lines. Oh, and from there you can see the oil from earlier. And now we're going to have car number 61, Mao Yamanaka in the lead. Car number 4, Masanori Kohashi in the chase.
Coming in with a lot of speed. Masanori staying right there with him through that outer zone 1. And then, oh, it looks like he had a little bit too much and had to correct himself. And then Masanori did a good job saying, Masanori gets into the wall in outer zone 2. He has a little bobble, but they're going to continue their run.
Oh, that was great. Mao just throwing it in hard. Nice and deep. I don't know if they're going to docking points or call it incomplete. Nice and deep. It looks like both drivers got into the wall. But it's especially tricky whenever you're chasing someone and then they both get into the wall. Yeah. If the lead car gets into the wall and you're supposed to be chasing the line, because they warned them earlier, they don't want them to be they want them to be shallow. They want to be on the same line.
Do you think Mayo having to slow down right at the end of outer zone 1 might affect Masanori and his line?
I mean, it's tricky. You're supposed to try and maintain the same line as the lead driver. And it's a moving line, which makes things even more difficult.
Yeah.
That's what the judges say. Judge Imamura goes Kohashi. Judge Fukada, Kohashi. Judge Yamanaka, Kohashi. Looks like Masanori Kohashi will be going to the top 16. And they're saying that Mao was just a little too much angle coming out of zone 1. And the bobble or the concrete hit zone 2.
Oh, they're putting the blame on Mao.
Yeah. Up next, we have car number 89, Pop, in the lead with Nexter Drive to Drift Academy, and car number 83, Jian Benjamin with Team Kazama in the chase.
Good job getting out of zone 1. Benjamin having to cut line, but gets right there next to him, coming into outer zone 2. Pop getting into the wall a couple times. Benjamin does a nice job staying back where it doesn't affect him. They come around for outer zone 3. And Benjamin just staying right there with him.
The Pop coming in super hard. Nice and deep. I tell you what, he just saved himself from the tires. Super deep into zone 2. Looks like he got to the wall twice. Benjamin was just right there with him though. Finish up nicely through zone 3. Yeah, you can see how smoky it is from the chase position with the drone footage. If you're not just a little short on the line, you can just be in the smoke the whole time. Now switching positions, we'll have Benjamin in the lead and Pop in the chase.
Benjamin coming out of the chicane. Into this 3-2. Big flick as Pop staying right there next to him as they enter outer zone 1. Benjamin had a little hiccup coming out of outer zone 1. Pop having to correct, but does doing a fantastic job as he makes his way around outer zone 2.
Oh man!
It looked like Benjamin was
trying
not to spin out.
Such a great lead.
Yeah.
Up until that last. He's got a little deep into zone 3.
Yeah, it looked like he had a little bit too much angle and started to wash out, and it slowed way down, and then Pop was just finishing the run, and they just hit each other. That is very unfortunate.
Looks like it might have only been superficial or body damage.
Yeah, it looks like it's just maybe got into the bash bar a little bit.
Benjamin coming in nice and deep through zone 1. Switches nicely, nice and deep through zone 2.
Pop is cutting the line just a little bit, but he's sacrificing the line over proximity.
Yep. Looks like Benjamin just washed out right.
It looks like he tried to save it, or it sounded like he tried to save it, but it was a little too late.
He just got on the back line, and you can see on the back line there was no tire marks, which to me indicates that it's wet still.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was saying that earlier, that the front half of most of the zones is pretty dry. The back half of it is pretty wet because during practice everybody's trying to be conservative, not get into the walls, not go off track, and it looks like it might have just bit him right there.
Yeah. And let's see what the judges say. Judge Imamura goes Pop. Judge Fukada, Pop. Judge Yamanaka goes Pop. Looks like Pop will be going to the top 16. Yeah, see, all it was got a little too deep into zone 3. And then the rear just washed out. Looks like we have our next couple on the line. We have car number 870, Akihiro Hanawa, in the lead with DGR Racing with Goodride, and we have car number 919, Echo Gao. Pop Race, 1087X, Evangelion Racing in the chase.
Coming into outer zone 1, going in a lot of angles, and then Echo having to correct as she was diving in. She had to correct herself, and then comes around to outer zone 2. Echo doing a nice job staying right there with her. Comes around to outer zone 3. Echo was really deep in that zone right there.
Yeah. Hanawa deep into zone 1. A bit of wavering right there towards the end. Echo diving back in for zone 2. Overall, very good proximity. A little shadow on some of the lines, but nice and deep through zone 3 for both drivers. Yeah, Echo was diving in hard. She had to pull back a lot, especially going into outer zone 1.
Yeah.
I just don't think she was expecting Hanawa to throw as much angle.
Yeah, he came in with a lot of angle and then just added even more. And then she was diving in to get that proximity. And I think it might have knocked her off her game for that first zone.
But now we have Echo in the lead and Hanawa in the chase.
Coming into this 3-2-1 zone. Echo doing a nice job. Oh! She comes in with a lot of speed, and it looks like she went 3 tires off.
Coming into zone 1. Again, it's just that right on the line where it's a little bit more wet. Unfortunately, it looks like she pushed maybe three tires out.
Yeah, it looks like they're pushing the water down to get it cleared out right at that 3-2-1 zone, but it's pushing it further to zone 1, so it's only making it worse.
And then if you get off the line deep, it's just wet over there too.
Yeah.
So if you're going a little deep, it's hard to correct. It makes it even harder whenever that area that you're in is wet.
Hanawa did a good job going right where she went. He did go 3 off too, but that was because that's where Echo went.
Yeah,
That's
exactly
what you're supposed to do. So he did an excellent job in that chase run.
Let's see what the judges say. Judge Imamura goes Hanawa. Judge Fukada, Hanawa. Judge Yamanaka goes Akihiro Hanawa. And Hanawa will be going to the top 16.
Yeah, the dirt patch right in front of our zone 1 is still pretty cold, but it's also because it's still wet.
Yeah,
It's water and mud mixed, and that just makes it really slick.
And every time someone drops off the track just a little bit, it splashes more water and more mud to the track.
Yep, exactly.
But now we have car number 87, Daigo Saito in the lead with Fat 5 Racing, and in the chase, car number 947, Jake Jones, Drift Squid.
With a lot of speed. Is Jake trying to keep up through this outer zone 1. Come around to outer zone 2. Jake does a nice job staying right there with him. Daigo doing a lot of angle touch and go. But Jake not getting thrown off as he come around for outer zone 3. And puts it right back into that door.
Oh, that was a great lead.
Yeah.
They go nice and deep into zone 1. Finished really nice. Switch back by the tires. Enters and gets a little deep into zone 2. But just the speed with Daigo. Yeah, it's difficult for Jake to keep up. But
yeah, Jake was cutting the line to keep up. To keep that proximity. So,
but he dove in nice.
Yeah.
Was able to maintain decent proximity through the entire run. Overall, a really good lead and really good chase.
Yeah, exactly.
They're going to be switching positions with Jake Jones in the lead and Daigo Saito in the chase.
Head to outer zone 1. Daigo getting right there. Falling, it has to cut the line just a little bit. Then it comes around to outer zone 2. Daigo surging on him and then getting right there on the door as they come around this touch and go. Not letting them go anywhere on that transition. Comes back around to outer zone 3 and gets right back on his door. That was 2 insane runs.
I think the funny thing is, Daigo's like, oh, you think you can get close to me? We'll see who can get closer. A nice zone 1 from Jake. Not quite getting out until the end of zone 2. A good transition into 3. I mean, touch and go, the inner clip, back to 3. And the whole time, Daigo's just putting tire marks on his door.
I think Daigo's used to coming in with a little bit more speed in that outer zone 1. That affected him a little bit by cutting the line a whole lot in outer zone 1, but other than that, he was right there with him, matching angle, matching speed, with a lot of proximity.
Well, definitely a great matchup. I tell you what, it's nice seeing great battles in the top 32, but I feel like these last few are like finals battles.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was V8 versus RB26.
I think Jake is on the lookout for a billet block, but I think right now he's still with a stock RB26 block.
Yeah, it's definitely going to give the judges something to talk about. And let's see what the judges say. Judge Imamura, one more time. Judge Fukada goes Daigo. Judge Yamanaka goes Daigo Saito. Looks like Daigo will be going on to the top 16. And the judges were saying that they were comparing lead to lead and chase to chase, and overall they felt that some of the misses that each guy's made affected just a little bit the outcome.
Yeah, I think.
And up next we have car number 37 Koichi Yamashita in the lead, and car number 101 Luca Mendy in the chase.
Luca going a little bit too far off track and then messes him up in that first outer zone. Yamashita doing what he does best and does a killer lead run. now y'all can see what we were talking about in that water spot. It just gets on track and it just messes you up at the start.
Luca just got a little too deep. And once you hit that dirt drop, you're splashing water all over the track.
Yeah, exactly. I think that some of that mud might have came up here. That was a lot.
That earlier. Yeah, overall, excellent lead run by Yamashita. Just going out and filling zones, hit inner clips. Overall, that's a great run to be able to chase. Luca just got a little bit too deep on entry.
Yeah, if y'all remember, whoever was watching last week, one of the drivers went off track and they had a drainage system in place right off the end of the track. Well, he hit it and knocked it out of the ground. So their fix was to take it out and then pack it with dirt. But now they have standing water because there's not enough dirt in there because people are going off track and just knocking it out.
So we have some of the course staff trying to sweep up as much mud as they can get. But also, it looks like they're just spreading the water, which is great for the next, eventual drying out, but not for these next couple runs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Virtue saw it last week. It just ripped up. That was, I believe, it was Ken's car. That was crazy. The crew is leaving the course right now, so we're going to start up shortly. We're going to have car number 101, Luca Medley with Fat 5 Racing in the lead, and in the chase, car number 37, Koichi Yamashita with TMS Racing and 5X tires.
Coming in with a lot of speed as they come around outer zone 1. Yamashita doing a good job just staying back nice and conservative as they come around to this touch and go. Inside clip. And Yamashita dives in right at the outer zone 3.
I'll tell you what. Luca laid down a killer lead run. A little deep going into outer zone 1, but overall, really nice. Yamashita just playing it safe, keeping a little bit of difference. Diving in towards zone 3, maintaining good proximity the entire run.
Yeah, Yamashita did a nice job doing a conservative line so he wouldn't get messed up because he knew Luca spun out behind him into outer zone 1, so he didn't want to damage anything or anything to happen, so he just said he played it nice and conservative.
Oh, definitely. I mean, whenever you know that the other car's got it incomplete, it's always better to play it nice and safe because they're going to be playing it super hard. And right now, the judges are having a little bit of issues with one of the judge tablets. Okay, it looks like they got it sorted. And we'll have the judgment soon. Judge Imamura goes Yamashita, Judge Fukada goes Yamashita, and Judge Yamanaka goes Koichi Yamashita. Yamashita will be going to our top 16. And that was mainly because of Lucas spin.
So, Jamakin.
It looks like Jamakin had some issues. This will be a viral. Car number 19.
Yeah, Jamakin had some issues during practice. He was coming through out of the two. His car just shut off. We haven't seen him back, so it's a very unfortunate for him. Matsui will be moving on to top 16. And he just did a killer run.
Hopefully they can clean up some of that mud, or hopefully some of it dries out.
Yeah.
And these next two cars are the ones that were having great battles in practice today too. We have car number 899, Zhao Zhang Dai in the lead, and in the chase, we have car number 27, Shengzhu Zhang. And Dai with Team Taiwan Elite Drift, and Zhang with GMS Coffee with TMS. So they're just doing a quick check on Dai's car to see if there are any issues. They believe that it was his oil that's on the back of the track, so they're just making sure everything's okay.
It looks like he had smoking just a little bit.
I mean,
but he did just come out of the burnout box, so. Oh. Looks like there's something on the exhaust side that's smoking.
I mean, but if that was his oil from before, on the back of the track, that just might be that burning off.
Ooh, they just shut the car off.
Yeah, they're going to be taking a look at that. Yeah, it looks like they're over by the exhaust manifold downpipe area. I feel like my first car in Japan, which was Subaru Impreza, it smoked as much from the engine bay, from oil leaks, as just the exhaust coming out the back.
I bet it did.
Like, I feel like every Subaru's head cover just leaks onto the exhaust. Just a couple drops a day.
Yeah, so they said that Dai's oil was on the track coming around to outer zone 3. So they just did a quick check, and it looks like it was smoking a little bit, but maybe it was some residual that was on the exhaust. Got Zhang sitting right there next to him, just waiting, saying, I'm ready to go.
checking to see if there was any oil leakage on the track. Because that's the last thing you want to do is have oil on the track right at the start line.
Yep. I would know. I've been there before. It's a terrible way to go out if they don't let you run. Maybe he can take a 5-minute to get it cleaned up.
Yeah, it looks like they're talking with Dai and taking a look at to see if there's any oil on the track or if that's just water. Hopefully that huge puddle is not oil. But it didn't look like he was even into that part.
They're throwing something down, so it definitely wasn't water.
Yeah, those car prices back in the day, yeah, they were nice. I wish we could get back to that.
I mean, we're nowhere near what it used to be. But I still feel like we're getting closer here in Japan. I mean, it's still nowhere near what it was. But comparatively to 2021, 2020 era, they have gone down a bit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm seeing stuff here for maybe 30% off what it was back then.
Yeah.
Maybe 40 in some cases. Yeah, this is still top 32. This is the last battle on the left side. Looks like they're going to do a 5-minute competition timeout. It makes me wonder, are they going to push it all the way to the pits?
Well, once you get past this right here, it's just straight downhill. I mean, unless he's on the second tier.
Until it's uphill again.
Is he on the second tier? No, he's on the first tier right there. He was right next to Daniel. So he can just idle all the way down. Or cruise all the way down. No idle.
Yeah, no idle. No power steering.
Let's hope he has electric power steering.
Well, the kill switch is pulled.
Having those tough, nice, tight diffs doesn't help the push.
Oh, no. Okay, looks like we're going to start with the right side of the bracket. So yeah, our cameraman's putting in some work right now.
Yeah, you got even some teammates helping. Actually, competitors. I don't think they're teammates. You got Mr. Daniel help pushing.
A little bit of both. And now in the warm-up box, we have battle number 9. We have car number 36, Kazumi Takahashi. And car number 822, Zhang Hao. Yeah, Takahashi's our number 2 qualifier. He's going to be in the lead first. You know, Takahashi's wings have been growing on me. I really like it. At first, I didn't like that style, but the more and more I see it, the more I like that style.
I think it just suits that car.
Also, it's like on the back of your Chaser, no go.
I think it would be too much.
Never too much.
No, that's big and aggressive. It's taller than his car.
That's true. And pulling up to the line, we have car number 36, Kazumi Takahashi, TMS Racing in the lead, and in the chase we have car number 822, Zhang Hao with Marvy Racing, Boss Panda Motorsports.
Comes in with an aggressive flick, and they can say right there, oh! He gets in his door, but messes him up. Now coming around for outer zone 2. Finishing his run with Takahashi.
There was a bit of contact, and you can see on the...
I saw his door open.
Well, it might not close anymore.
No, as he got hit, the door crumbled, and I saw the inside of the car.
Just a bit of contact. I mean, the way Takahashi drove off, looks like everything might be fine. But because of the contact, I think he's afforded, if you want, a timeout that's charged to his opponent.
Correct. When he got hit, it looked like it pushed him the 3 tires off. So I would assume that's why he aborted run. Also to make sure he didn't want to continue driving if there was something wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
So, it does look like he's going to be asking for a timeout.
Well, I know staff is talking to him now to decide whether he wants to take one or not.
Did get hit in the door, so it didn't look like there was any damage as he was rolling around track. But again, we're not in the car, so we don't know what he feels. He could feel something loose.
Yeah. I saw a thumbs up, but I don't know if that means a thumbs up he wants to take a timeout, or a thumbs up he's good and doesn't need to take a timeout.
It looks like he's headed to the pit.
So yeah, it looks like he's headed to go check and make sure everything's good. It didn't look like he got hit in the wheel, but I think they wanted to check and make sure bash bar is good, door is fine.
And you see the drift taxis that
they take the fans out in,
yeah. They get the judge, one of the judges. They go around and take the fans around. They get 3 people in there.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. They just load them full of people. Well, I think that might be a 40 lightning timeout. I don't know. As much as probably.
Yeah. It's not his fault.
Yeah, I think so.
So he might take it all. Just to double check it.
Like, it's funny. I can always tell when I hear a rotary in the background.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so in the burnout box now, we have car number 555, Yukio Fausto. And car number 212, Yutaro Oe. Yeah, the only thing that's wet is right at the 3-2-1. If you dirt drop or you get a little too close to the edge, it's still a little bit wet. But for the most part, the rest of the track's pretty dry. And both Fausto and Oe been putting out really good runs in practice today. And in the lead, we have 555, Yukio Fausto with Mini GT with Liberty Walk. And in the chase, we have car number 212, Yutaro Oe with Good Ride Motorsports.
Fausto coming in with a lot of speed. As Oe trying to keep up with him. Cuts the line just a little bit. The transition right there with him. Oe trying to keep up in that outer zone too, but Fausto doing a good job just staying pedal to the metal. Oe has a little bobble, hits the cone. They make their way to outer zone 3.
Dude, that's what I like to see.
Yeah.
A lot of intensity, a lot of speed, and a lot of smoke. Fausto could have been a little bit deeper in one, but overall very good. A little shallow through two, but ends up nice and deep. Nice and deep through the touch and go. Inner tip, beautiful. Looks like deep through zone 3. And you can see right at the beginning there, just a little bit of mud.
Looks like he's clearing up just a little bit.
Until someone dirt drops again.
Yeah.
Overall, a very good run and a great chase as well.
It looked like Fausto was a little bit faster than Oe, so let's see if he can slow it down for this chase run.
And we're gonna have car 212, Yutaro Oe in the lead, and car number 555, Yukio Fausto in the chase.
Staying a little back on that entry, cuts the line on outer zone 2, but comes around to outer zone 3 or 2, and trying to catch back up. They make their round. That touch and go inside clip. Also trying to keep up in outer zone 3.
You can see on entry here, Fausto throws a little bit too much angle. Slows it down. But he did a great job catching up. Oe was pretty shallow through zone 1. Finished up zone 2 nice and deep. Straight into touch and go. Nice and inner clip. And nice and deep through zone 3. like that phrase. Gapped and wrapped. Yeah, quite a bit of this run too. Oe had a little bit more shallow of an angle, which allowed for him to have quite a bit more speed. And then on entry, Fausto was a little, and again, I think over there right before that 3-2-1 cone, there's a puddle, and I think Fausto got a little bit too wide when he hit that puddle. And that caused him to slow down a lot. The judges are going over the runs right now, discussing each driver's minor mistakes. So who do you guys think won?
We got Tiger in the background waiting for the call, where you can let the drivers know.
Are we going with a side-by-side view? Both drivers had, I felt, much better runs during practice. But overall, it's tough for the judges to decide. There's a few misses here and there from each driver.
You see right there just how much faster Fausto was in that lead run versus Oe in his run.
The judges are all keyed in now. We haven't had it one more time yet today, have we?
No, not yet.
The last two battles I've had pop timeouts. But as long as this is taken, it might end up being it one more time. Yeah. Or they're just trying to give the track crew time to finish painting zone 1 again.
Well, they're painting zone 3 also, so.
Oh, nice, nice. And here's what the judges say. Judge Imamura, one more time. Judge Fukada, one more time. Judge Yamanaka, Fausto.
And it looks like we'll have this battle one more time.
Yeah, I guess just speak it into existence, huh? Oh, Judge Yamanaka, who said Fausto was going to win, he said he felt that OA slowed down a lot and had very low angle going through zone 1. And that's why he felt that Fausto won. We'll be that in a culmination of other issues too, but he felt that was a major deciding factor for him.
Finishing up that outside zone 1 right now. I don't know if they're going to get to that outside zone 2. But it looks like they are walking to that touch and go.
it looks like they're knocking out the touch and go. While they're knocking out the touch and go, it looks like it looks like while they're knocking out the touch and go, we have car number 899, Zhao Zhang, and car 27, Zhang, pulling up to the line. They just stopped a second ago due to the oil checkage.
This will be the second run with Dai in the lead and Zhang in the chase. Oh, sorry. They never got their first run.
Yeah, when Dai pulled up, they bounced him.
Oh, he finally sees the flag.
He was just wanting to warm up his tires a little bit more.
That might affect him for his second run.
It looked like maybe they jumped the line a little bit. Yeah, so whenever they wave the flag, before the 3, 2, 1s, we have an LED flasher. It was flashing, and right at zone 1, we have someone waving another flag as well.
Yeah, I guess the driver was just saying that that LED light is kind of hard to see because it's out of the line of sight of the outer zone 1. Since it's on the side, they don't really see it, so we got another. We have a flagger flagging them down.
I mean, I wonder if you false start again, if Zhang's tires are going to pay the ultimate price for his lead run.
He did do like half the track, so it might already affect him.
Got Dai in the lead and Zhang in the chase.
Another flag out.
Oh. So this time they said it was Dai waited too long to start after he essentially got the green light. I mean, I know it's not the green light, but
the 5 lights.
Yeah.
I think it's 5, right?
And Dai has 2 strikes now. So now they're just making sure he understands the light and going. That's one of the difficult things that a lot of people don't realize too. There's also a bit of a language barrier too.
Yeah, he's from Thailand, right?
Taiwan?
Taiwan, sorry. Very different.
Okay. Okay. Off to a good start.
catch back up to Dai as they make their way to outer zone 3. Tries to dive back in and gets a little closer as they finish outer zone 3.
They're coming into 1. Dai started gripping up a lot right towards the end. But also, he doesn't have the speed that he normally has. Then he comes back around a little shallow, inner clip. Not much angle left in zone 3. Yeah, in his practice, he was going much faster with a lot more angle. I don't know if maybe something's up with the engine or.
Could be nerves.
I mean,
throwing them off guard.
I guess with 2 false starts, that'll definitely play an effect on you.
Yeah.
Now they're pulling around to switch positions. Where we're going to have Zhang in the lead and Dai in the chase. And it looks like there's some more smoke coming out of the car.
Zhang down in the lead with a big flick as he comes in outer zone 1. And Dai staying right there with him, trying to catch back up after this outer zone 1. Making their way to outer zone 2. Dai cuts the line a lot. Catch back up in proximity. Dives back into that inside clip and then makes their way around to outer zone 3.
Zhang nice and deep. Riding zone 1 all the way through. Huge mistake from him and Dai. Nice and deep in zone 2. Touch and go, inner clip. He's finishing out strong in zone 3.
Yeah, Dai might be down on some power because he has like little to no tire smoke. Which means he's not getting his wheel speed up.
Yeah. And they're pulling over to the progress line. I don't know. Tiger?
Decision line. Yeah,
Oh,
the Tiger line.
Well, let's see what the judges say. Judge Imamura, Zhang, Judge Fukada, Zhang, and Judge Yamanaka. Go Shangju Zhang, TMS Racing.
TMS girl very excited for the win.
Looks like we have our second half of Takahashi versus Zhang Hao.
This is the run I was talking about.
I got you.
Takahashi being very conservative on that first outer zone. Trying to catch back up with him in this outer zone 2. Coming around the touch and go and inside flip. Takahashi just being very conservative.
Just a nice safe chase run. Kyle going nice and deep in the zone. In a clip really nice. Settles back into a little shallow through one, but finishes nice and deep. Just riding 2 out the kind of way.
Takahashi giving some revs to the fans. Or just to check his car.
Or a little bit of both.
Yeah. Back to the Tiger line.
Back to the Tiger line.
I like that.
That is it. Judge Imamura goes Takahashi. Judge Fukada, Takahashi. Judge Yamanaka goes Kazumi, Takahashi.
Got the TMS girl back out. Excited for that second win.
So far, we have TMS on both sides proceeding to the next bracket. And up at the line now, we have car number 77, Yusuke Kusaba with Cusco Racing versus car number 771, Hiroya Minoa with Cusco Racing.
Minoa doing a great job staying right there where he needs to be. In outer zone 1. Comes around for outer zone 2 and gets right there on his door. Is not going anywhere. Make the way to this touch and go. Inside clip. Leaving just enough room to transition as they make their way through outer zone 3. Just teammates having some fun.
Yeah, definitely. Saba's going down an excellent lead run. And Hiro's just right there.
Being deep in the zone everywhere.
It's inner clip, nice and deep. And back out to zone 3. I feel like having a little to no bumper kept him doing it a lot deeper in zone 2.
For sure.
Yeah, that was a great chase. But an excellent lead too.
Yeah, it's very fun to battle your teammates. It's also not fun because then you're sending one of your teammates home after.
Yeah, it's much better to battle them in the finals.
Yeah.
And now pulling back up to the line, we have car number 771, Hiroya Minoa in the lead, and car number 77, Yusuke Kusaba in the chase.
Oh, we got a red flag. Ooh. Pylon touch.
I guess the rear bumper is great for zone 2. But
not for the cones.
The cones will still jump out and grab you. Lining up again for the restart.
Give him a thumbs up. Waiting for the lights. Coming in with a lot of speed. Usabe staying right there with him. Almost touching his door. Coming out of that outer zone 1. Make their way to outer zone 2. Usabe staying right there with him. Not letting them go anywhere on this transition for that inside clip. And then all the way through outer zone 3. That was nuts. You almost couldn't see any air through that transition.
Yeah. That was great. I mean, the judges should be watching replays for this. They can watch it for days. Yeah, Kusaba did an excellent job of chasing. Between the touch and go with the inner clip, I don't know that there was any space between the cars. Just super deep.
And it just goes to show if you have confidence in that lead car as a chase, you can do exactly anything you want.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice whenever they're putting down a great consistent lead run because you know where they're going to be and when they're going to be there.
Yep. If you're unsure about somebody and their lead run abilities, you tend to stay back and not be as aggressive. So because you don't want them to spin out and you wreck them or anything crazy.
Yeah. But when you have confidence in your teammate, that's what the judges say. Judge Imamura, one more time. Judge Fukada, one more time. Judge Yamanaka, one more time.
We get to see this again.
I mean, again, both drivers did excellent lead runs and excellent chases. And now we have our one more time from before, car number 555, Yukio Fausto, with Mini GT and Liberty Walk in the lead, and in the chase, car number 212, Yutaro Oe, with Good Ride.
Fausto does a nice job getting through outer zone 1. Oe falling a little bit behind, but dives back in, coming around outer zone 2. Staying right there with him and gives him a little love tap after that touch and go. And then make their way to the outer zone 3. And Oe stays right there with him.
A nice, good, strong flick. Ride zone 1 out good. Oe diving in to zone 2. Just reeling Fausto back in. Proximity on these touch and go switchbacks. It's crazy. Oh, overhead drone. Also putting down a nice, clean, smooth line.
Has his family out, give him some support.
Pulling back up to the line, switching positions. We're gonna have Oe in the lead and Fausto in the chase.
There's the steam again.
Oh, yeah.
Every time. Oh, they're coming with a lot of speed coming into outer zone 1. Oh, no! Goes 3 tires off, and Fausto has to have a fast reaction coming out after outer zone 1. And he looks like he corrected well, and he comes around to the rest of the course.
That was a quick reaction by Fausto to dodge this bullet. It doesn't look nearly as bad from that angle. It looks more flowy, almost like it was meant to happen. But
here it looks like it stopped.
Yeah. But unfortunately, 3 tires off makes the judge's decision a lot more easy. Judge Imamura, Fausto. Judge Fukada, Fausto. Judge Yamanaka goes Yukio Fausto. Fausto will be in our top 16.
I can hear Fausto's family screaming from the stands, excited that he's moving on to the top 16.
And there's his pit crew. And Mikey.
Which now has to support somebody now that he's a watcher.
Yeah. Up next we have car number 774, Hakuto Matsuyama with Cusco Racing and the McDonald's safety car. And car number 770, Yoshitsu Kaneda with Cusco Racing.
Matsuyama throwing in a lot of angle for outer zone 1. Nada trying to dive back in through outer zone 2. Wavering just a little bit. And as they make their way to outer zone 3, Nada just can't keep up.
Looking at these 2 guys and looking at the brackets, we have 4 Team Cusco drivers. All battle each other. After having a little bit of issue in the zone 1, going a little too much angle, having trouble making up the zone. Finishes the last half of the run up nicely done. Of course, in Canada, we're playing away.
I wonder if you have 4 of the same, you have teammates. Does your strategy change against your teammates because they know what you're going to do against other opponents and other teams? Do they have to quickly change their mindset because to throw each driver off?
I mean, again, at least on the plus side for these guys, they know who they're going to be facing in the top 32 a day in advance.
Yeah.
Pulling back up, we have car number 770, Yoshitsu Kaneda in the lead, and 774, Hakuto Matsuyama in the chase.
Nada being nice and conservative, but Matsuyama staying right there with him as they make their way to outer zone 2. Matsuyama having to surge and waver. Nada holding the handbrake around for outer zone 2. Come around to this inside clip. And outer zone 3. And Matsuyama just staying right there with him.
I mean, with this run, you can definitely tell the pace is a lot slower.
Exactly.
But no, one thing is, Kaneda does feel the zones quite a bit better. Nice and deep through zone 2. He was deep through zone 1. touch and go, inner clip, nice, and then making it back off to zone 3. But again, like you can tell, the pace was a lot slower. And I feel the line was a bit better for Canada in this lead, but on the flip side, like I said, the pace was a lot slower. So who do you guys think won?
They're riding up to the Tiger line for the final decision.
And let's see what the judges say. Judge Imamura, one more time. Judge Fukada, one more time. Judge Yamanaka goes Canada.
That is 3 one more time battles in the brackets in a row.
Yeah. If only I wouldn't have said anything, we would have had any more one more time.
Yeah, you asked for them all, so.
They're saying that Hakuto missing most of zone 1, but nice pace, nice speed, lots of angle. And they felt that Canada had a lot less angle, but he did fill the zones. And pulling up next, we have car number 144, Mr. Daniel, with Cheeseburger Racing in the lead, and in the chase, we have car number 16, Jerry Zhu, with Team TMS Racing with JTK.
Daniel going in a lot of angle. It throws Jerry off his game just a little bit, but then corrects it, coming around to outer zone 2. Oh no! He straightened up. He had a big backfire, and it looked like his car might have turned off. And Mr. Daniel finishes run out.
Massive amounts of angle on the initial putback. It looks like 2 tires off, but nice and deep through zone 1. Bring it back around, zone 2. Daniel nice and deep through the entire zone 2. Touch and go. Nice and clip. Bring it back around, zone 3. Yeah, it looked like Jerry, I think his car stalled because it was off for quite a bit.
It was a huge backfire, so maybe it was on decel, there was too much fuel or something.
Yeah.
Backfired and just stalled out.
Jerry bringing it around and coming back into the lead. So we'll have Jerry Zhu in the lead and Mr. Daniel in the chase.
Jerry's throwing a lot of angle as they come into outer zone 1. Mr. Daniel have to scrub a lot of that speed through outer zone 1 and makes their way to outer zone 2. Daniel trying to keep up as they get through this touch and go and inside clip. You can just see how fast fast Jared's car is.
Yeah, it's crazy. Tons of angles going into his own way. He just put out and took off. Nice and deep through zone 2. Touch and go nice. A little shallow inner clip, but nice and deep through zone 3. Daniel just having a bit of trouble keeping up after zone 1.
Cuts a little bit off the line for that outer zone 1. And then he tries to get back into it to match what Jerry was doing. And it looks like he stalled out, but he's still moving. So that's, I think, where he lost a lot of his speed from.
Oh, definitely. And let's see what the judges say. Judge Imamura goes Mr. Daniel. Judge Fukada, Mr. Daniel. Judge Yamanaka goes Mr. Daniel.
And Mr. Daniel moves on to top 16.
I tell you, it's just crazy the amount of angle that they're throwing. Just starting into the switchback or the quick flip.
Yeah, exactly.
Up next, we have car number 9, Kiyofumi Hamada with Hashinan Racing, Molina, and in the chase we have car number 131, Yuma with Team Cards Jr.
Yuma doing a good job mimicking Grenada's line at that first outer zone. He is a little shallow. Oh no, it looks like he might have straightened on that transition. They're coming around to this touch and go, an inside clip. Aruma dives in at that outer zone 3 and gives him a little love tap right after the finish line.
Hamada coming in nice and deep into zone 1. Yeah, it looks like Yuma might straighten that a bit there. A little shallow through zone 2. Touch and go, right on the line. And a clip, and it looks like Yuma dove in really hard in zone 3. It doesn't look as bad coming from the drone. Overall, Yuma right there with him the entire run. And a nice line by Hamada.
But it might, the replays might play an advantage for some people because if the judges don't see it right away, then they might not see it in general.
Oh, definitely, definitely. Coming back around, we have Yuma in the lead and Hamada in the chase.
Hamada doing a nice job getting right there in his door to outer zone 1. Falls back just a little bit. It looks like he had a little waver on that transition to outer zone 2. Ruma doing an excellent job in deep into that zone to outer zone 2. They're making their way to this inside clip. And outer zone 3. Hamada staying right there with him.
That was a great lead and an excellent chase.
Yeah.
Looks like Yuma starts off a little deep in zone 1, but finishes a little early. Bring her on to zone 2. In close proximity to the wall. Hamada reeling him in after the touch and go. Trying to dive in zone 3. But Yuma's got a really fast chase. Just close to that.
really see it in camera, but Hamada had the same little bobble that Ruma had in their chase at that transition around the wall. So we'll see what the judges have to say. It looks like they're going to review it a couple times before they make their decision.
And let's see what the judges went with. Judge Imamura goes Hamada. Judge Fukada, Hamada. Judge Yamanaka goes Kiyofumi, Hamada.
Top 16. He will be battling Mr. Daniel.
Let's go back to it one more time. And in the lead, we have car number 77, Yusuke Kusaba with Team Cusco Racing. In the chase, we have car number 771, Hiroya Minoa with Team Cusco Racing.
Doing a great job being right there on his door. Through zone 1, he has a little wavering as they come out, make their way to outer zone 2. No one's staying right there with him. Saba laying down a great lead run, and Manoa just staying right there with him. So such a good job.
Saba just out here before.
Yeah, he's got this line figured out.
Starts in zone 1 nice and deep, finishes nice and deep. Just rides zone 2 all the way through. Touch and go. Back to the hip. Swinging back out to zone 3. And the whole time, Hiro right there on. Just look how Hiro's car just settles in. Like gives him a little space here, and back around, and then right back on.
It's tough because Manoa's coming off of a 2-win streak right now, looking for his 3rd one, and he's battling such a good driver in top 32.
And the thing's crazy, and the teammate.
Yeah, and it's his teammate. So
and if he does win, then he battles another teammate.
Yeah. So you feel bad for knocking out your teammate. You feel bad for losing. So all in all, it's just going to be a real tough battle.
And switching up positions, and we're going to have Hiro in the lead and Kusaba in the chase. Yeah, that's 100% accurate though. Like. Still got to go for the win.
Yeah. So right now they're not teammates. They might share the same look. They're not teammates. A lot of speed. Kusaba does a nice job in that outer zone 1. Coming around to outer zone 2. Kusaba staying right there on his door. Touch and go, an inside clip. He does an excellent job in outer zone 3.
Oh, this is
gonna be another tough one.
Oh yeah. They're just reeling each other in. Such great leads and such great chases. Yeah, the whole time, Kusaba's just stuck with him.
Definitely has an advantage in that car having not a whole lot of back end after the rear tires. So if he gets right on the wall, the chase car cannot be as close to the wall as him because
no
that
bumper.
short rear end, yeah.
That's what the judges say. Judge Imamura goes Kusaba. Judge Fukada, Kusaba. Judge Yamanaka goes Yusuke Kusaba.
And a tough break for Minoa. That will end his weekend.
They said both drivers did excellent. They just faulted in the chase with Minoa going really shallow in the chase after zone 1 and a bit of wavering. But overall, it was very, very close battle with a slight lead to Kusaba. And up next, we have car number 43, Harry Yoza in the lead, and Mr. Aning, car 20 in the chase.
Harry with a big flick coming around to outer zone 1. Certainly cuts the line just a little bit in outer zone 1, making their way to outer zone 2. And it does a nice job. Has a little shallower line. It does a nice job staying right there with them as they make their way to outer zone 2.
Overall, Harry enters zone nice and deep, exits nice and deep. Moving back around. A little shallow getting into zone 2, a little late. That's real nice. Mr. Aning starting to catch up. And then closing out the door. Zone 3. Harry just laying down a nice, smooth, and clean line. A little shallow through zone 2. That's good, nice. Inner clip, nice. And then nice to get through zone 3. And then pulling back up, switching positions. We'll have car number 20, Mr. Anin, in the lead, and car number 43, Harry Yoza, in the chase.
Nice job. Oh no! Looks like Mr. Anin understeered just a little bit, had to straighten out, and Harry finished his chase run by himself.
Dude, I was super worried as he was getting close to the edge of this wall. Yeah, he straightened out here, and you just can't see it right off the camera. The end of zone 2's wall. Mr. Anim was like maybe he stopped right in front of the pylon. Judge Imamura, Judge Harry Yoza, Judge Fukada, Yoza, and Judge Yamanaka, Harry Yoza. We go into our top 16. coming back up from our one more time, we have car number 774, Hokuto Matsuyama with Team Cusco Racing. And car number 770, Yoshitatsu Kaneda with Team Cusco Racing.
Oh, it looks like his hood's up.
Yeah, so they're taking a look at the safety car, hood / bumper, just to make sure everything is safe. Yeah, they're just trying to make sure that his hood is fine. Because they just want to make sure it's hood or his bumper. Either way, they get it sorted. Because they don't want it to fly up when he takes off. It looks like he's going to be heading back to the pits just to make sure everything's okay. And again, just a precaution to make sure everything's safe. And while he's in the pits to get that taken care of, we're going to our next battle between car number 530, Wataru Masuyama, and car number 610, Kei Murakami, both with Evangelion Racing.
Another team-on-team crime.
Yeah, dude, so many of them today. Yeah, hopefully they can get his hood fixed pretty quickly. Or bumper. Yeah, definitely. Zip tie and drill for the win.
Looks like they're just going to open the latch, push the hood down, close the latch back up.
Hopefully that fixes it. Oh, it looks like it might be a bumper. Oh. And here we go. Back at the line, we have Masuyama versus Murakami. Evangelion.
With a big flick coming into outer zone 1. Murakami does a nice job just staying right there with him as they fall off the line just a little bit. Murakami trying to keep up. It looks like he had a little waiver at the beginning of outer zone 2. Masuyama doing a good job from around outer zone 3.
Yeah, on the flick here, it's gripped up a bit and pulled out before it gets get into outer zone 1. And because of that super wide line, Murakami just couldn't keep up. It looked almost like Murakami tagged the wall and he smoked it. But it's really difficult to see. Oh, look at RC drift car. No spins, no spins. pulling back up to switch positions. We're going to have Murakami in the lead and Masayama in the chase.
Which color do you all prefer? Almost this identical cars, just different liveries.
I mean, if we're talking about all the Evangelion cars or just these two?
Just these two.
I like the purple.
Purple is nice. Around for outer zone 1, throwing a lot of angle as they come around, making their way to outer zone 2. Dives in, gets right there on his door, and then doesn't leave. Gets even closer at the end of that touch and go. The inside clip. And then dives right back in, outer zone 3.
Dude,
that was a good chase.
Masayama just on his door. Murakami left zone 1 a little early. Nice and deep through the end of zone 2. Touch and go, both of the guys are just nailing it. I think Masayama is just right on. But my favorite Evangelion color scheme is Echoes.
Yeah, but it's also because that's 13.
I mean, that has something to do with it. Masayama just the whole time, just a couple feet away.
Yep.
Hanging out of the tiger line. Judge Imamura against Masayama, Judge Fukada, Masayama, and Judge Yamanaka go Wataru Masayama.
And he will be battling Harry Yoza in the top 16.
Coming back to the burnout box is our last battle of the top 32. One more time from before. Car number 774, Hokuto Matsuyama, and car number 770, Yoshitatsu Kaneda. Both with Team Cusco Racing.
In the burnout box now.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be a good battle for top 16. Haryoza versus Masayama.
Yeah.
I want to see Kinguchi and Kohashi too.
Yeah, that's going to be one for the books too.
I mean, Daigo Yamashita, Matsui Zane, Takahashi Fausto.
That's going to be a fun one.
Dude, all these top 16 battles look good.
Yeah, this is a tough bracket today.
Daniel Hamada. Dude, that's... Before we get to the top 16, we got to finish out one more battle. Matsuyama in the lead, Kaneda in the chase. Let's one more time from before.
Coming in with a lot of speed as they make their way to outer zone 1. Potato falling just back, just a little bit. Trying to dive back in through outer zone 2. Gets to the touch and go, an inside clip. And outer zone 3 catches back up just a little bit.
I'll tell you, Matsuyama looks like he cleaned up his lead run a lot from the last time.
He's throwing in a ton of angle.
I mean, outside zone 1, he was in the, or right at it the whole time, which is much better than his last one. Zone 2, nice and deep through the entirety. Inner clip, nice and deep. In zone 3, just riding the outer line.
Yeah, usually having a second go definitely helps.
I mean, consider them one more time for practice run.
Yeah.
And we have Canada just looks like he's having a little bit of trouble trying to keep up.
Yeah, if we remember back to the very first run, Neda was definitely slower than Matsuyama.
Look like Cusco's pits. Yeah, Kusaba just waiting to see who's going to battle next.
Yeah. Now we'll see if Matsuyama can slow it down just a little bit.
I mean, that's what the left foot brakes for, right?
Yeah.
We got it all switched up now. We have Kaneda in the lead and Matsuyama in the chase.
Matsuyama does a nice job being right there with him all the way through outer zone 1. They come around for outer zone 2. Matsuyama just surging on him, trying not to strain as they come around with this touch and go. His inside clip. And outer zone 3, Matsuyama just staying right there with him. Dude, much better run than their first go.
Another great lead by Kaneda. But this time Matsuyama was on him the whole way. Looks like no issues whatsoever with that chase.
Yeah.
Nice and deep into and through zone 2. Good strong flick at the touch and go. Nice and deep through inner clip. We're bringing it up through zone 3. That was an excellent lead. And this is the last battle of the top 32. And it's a one more time. These drivers showing why it's one more time.
Yeah. Both drivers definitely had a way better second chance in their first battle.
Yeah, their second runs by far much better. And let's see what the judges say. Judge Imamura goes Matsuyama, Sakata goes Matsuyama, and Judge Yamanaka goes Hokuto Matsuyama. Matsuyama will be battling Saba in the top 16.
And that completes our top 16 listing, or top 32 battles.
There you go.
Yeah.
We filled out the top 16.
There we go.
After completing the top 32 battles.
That's what I was looking for.
The sun's coming out. Looks like everything's going to get a little warmer.
We do have a big cloud right on top of us. That'll hold off the sun for just a little bit, but after that, it looks like clear skies.
Oh, and here's our top 16 brackets. Dude, so many good battles.
Yeah.
We have Gushi Kohashi, Pop Hanawa, Daigo and Yamashita, Zhang and Matsui, Takahashi Fausto, Kusaba, Matsuyama, Daniel Hamada, and Yoza and Matsuyama. That's a lot of good battles.
Yeah, what's y'all's prediction for the Great 8?
It's just so strong lineup of the battle for the 16.
And if you're tuning in for top 16, which I hope you do, Japan time will start at 1:10 or 13:10.
about an hour and 10 minutes from now for the ceremony. And we'll see you guys for the top 16 in about an hour.
Yep.
Have a good one.
G-SHOCK MRG カシオ。The brightness called brilliant, blinding and vivid, Valentine.
雨の日の運転って心配ですよね。いざという時によりちゃんと止まれるタイヤといえば横浜タイヤでしょ。
晴れの日の約4倍も事故が多い雨の運転。横浜タイヤならより安心。
タイヤは雨で選ぼう。横浜タイヤ。
追い求めれば求めるほど遠ざかる時もある。でも理想に追いつけるのは自分だけだ。池江璃花子は横浜ゴムと世界に挑戦する。限界はない。行くぞ横浜。
究極の静かさと安全性。オンロード、オフロード、世界中で活躍するケンダ。その信頼を支える静音性、安定性と対摩耗性。世界が認めた技術と信頼を街乗りでも高品質と納得の価格、タイヤのポテンシャルをあなたに。ケンダ。
Ultimate lubricant. Mortis.
What's up, guys? It's Frederick Ospo, and I use RSR suspension on all my drift cars. I love RSR. Iyo RSR Ichiban.
Made in Japan. Breed.
In a world of extremes, this is where they're refined. The real deal. Cusco.
伝統と革新、小倉クラッチのテクノロジーを凝縮。チャンピオンを取るためのクラッチ、小倉レーシングクラッチ ORC。
From an early age, we race. It's part of who we are. It's in our DNA. For some, the need to keep pushing fuels our lives. At VP Racing, we pour everything we have into creating the industry's best products. For those who put it all on the line, Whether it's the track or the trail or wherever you race, they say you can't win them all, but you can sure as hell try. VP Racing. Win every race.